A new area has hit the Jorvik city. It may be because I haven't been paying any attention to the storyline of this game. I've been playing it since I was probably 6, but this feels so random to me. There is a bit of a mess up with this video because I have already played some of the mission. All that happened was I heard this voice, went to the castle. There's some kind of war between these lot and the witches, quite a common Star Stable plot it seems. When I tell you the shock I felt when I saw this on the map. Yikes! Is that not the most out of place thing ever? When I saw the area in person, I was a lot more impressed. But wow, on the map, it's so ugly. What are these bumps about? Beautiful color palette. Only for them to put that in there. Guessing the barrier is some protection spell from the witches. What's this empty sea space about? I want to see distant islands. This is Jorvik, for crying out loud. Maybe they could put a little boat in the sea. This ravine pit here reminded me of that one My Little Pony episode where they are doing the hop, skip, and a jump.
It's just a hop, skip, and a jump!
This is the My Little Pony Star Stable collab. Am I crazy, or do the people look like they are wearing those masks? On Halloween, Star Stable gives out these masks of characters, and for some reason, there is an option to be one of the characters that tragically dies. You can guess what one I always pick. I actually think this area is really cool. I love this tree. Still fitting in the vibes of Golden Hills. My only thing though is that, why didn't they release this during autumn? Golden Hills is the autumn place. It's literally always autumn. This entire area would also fit the Halloween vibes with it being a bit spooky and dark. Instead they released it at the end of winter. I guess canonically, in Star Stable lore, it is always summer no matter what. Even when you are up in Christmas land or whatever it is called, you've got to listen to ancient texts. And those told me that I was supposed to leave 4,612 days ago at the end of summer of 13. Not a lot of space to move around and do my own thing here. Where are my horses and mules supposed to graze? I just know this is going to be a place like Jarlaheim where I get lost every single time I go because it's just walls and dead ends. 4,612 days ago. I play maybe once a month at this point, in case that wasn't obvious. Look at this sweet little riding arena. Gotta be honest though, I prefer when Star Stable just puts you and your horse in danger with some of these races. I recently played the Pony Championship for the first time in a few years. I never realized how actually deadly that race is. You have to jump over children and avoid hot air balloons. I'd rather have that absurd whimsy than just run a lap 5 times in a row. I love when the trailer takes different forms. Like, can you imagine this being here? I gotta say though, tier list of Star Stable transport vehicles. Pink trailer best thing ever. The tram is very cute. The ferry takes an annoyingly long time to show up. I have hot air balloon trauma from the pony race and this ugly boring blue loser. F. I could have sworn these dragon pets already existed in that medieval camp area. I've probably only been there like 4 times, just didn't interest me very much, although a lot of what is in this area does seem to be. Basically what is in that camp area. Kind of a similar story it seems too. I did already buy makeup and clothes from this area, quite cute I must say, but I'll really just buy anything pink it seems. I like the old-fashioned-ish style as well. Let's actually do some missioning and not just wandering around. I don't know how to feel about these horses, but I am that one Star Stable player who kind of doesn't love extreme magical horses. Like, I'll take a unicorn or Pegasus or a mule, but this is a bit much for me.
I have to say, I am quite happy to see that your actions match your words.
She's saying that because I saved someone's puppy. She said she's going to show me what the big issue is with the town. Probably that it didn't exist until a month ago. Why is it always me having to deal with this stuff, bro? Everyone else seems powerful enough.
We call these strange things the blight.
What else you gonna do once the blight gets this bad?
It all comes back to My Little Pony. So these guys are saying the witches made the blight to curse them during their little war. But then these lot want me to go and communicate with the witches so I can find out extra information that they probably already know themselves. I get that I have magical ability beyond belief, but this person thought I was a murderer until I found that random man's puppy. The mules are the best thing that's ever happened to this game. Why is he standing like that? He's trying to rizz me up, mate. Just make me the magical weapon I need to defeat the blight. I hope I never have to talk to this creep ever again. Why did they add that creepy smile to the game? I'm sorry, but I just think it's a bit freaky. I start experiencing some weird glitch with my mule here where Jollipop just wasn't moving when I was telling them to. I thought they might have added this update where you have to care for your horse for it to move properly, but I think Jolly was just being a bit grumpy. Time to destroy some blight. Would be easier if my mule worked. Whoa, my little magic wand that I've probably only had to use 3 times is nothing on this. My character has so much magic and I feel like most of the time I'm just running in circles on my horse trying to open portals. I bet this area, like that horse talking area they added like 2 years ago, will not at all be relevant to the main story quest. Like, has there ever been a main story quest in Mistfall? All I'm saying is, there's a reason why none of those places are relevant to the story. It's because no one cares about them. Has anyone else noticed that there is something off about how Mistfall looks compared to every other area in the game? I remember when they first added that, thinking it was so ugly because they completely changed the color gradient and also added this pile of dirt near Firgrove. I'm glad this castle area wasn't the only bit we could explore. Did you see that little jolly hop? Isn't that so sweet? Oh my goodness. Hello, little baby. That's just a little baby. How do I get the little baby? How do I become the little baby? I have never wanted anything more in my life than this creature. The little baby is keeping me safe from the blight. I'd like to purchase one in every breed. If these little babies were the new characters instead of the witches, that would be mule level of good decision. I'm usually not a fan of talking animals in this game just because. Why? But old Fripp and little baby are the only exceptions. I miss when Fripp looked more like a sweet, unknown creature, and not just a fluffy squirrel. He looked like a cute little alien. I feel like it worked with his all-knowing personality. How am I ever going to find my way around here? This cutscene would go crazy if it wasn't so laggy. This witch is absolutely serving though. I think I've officially chosen my side. So she wants me to leave the forest because I'm untrustworthy, but like the other person, I probably just need to save a witch's puppy and they'll accept me. No, a little baby needs my help. That's Gore of my comfort character. I can't believe they would put one of those things in danger. Those little babies must have been the ones calling for my help. If only I knew they were so sweet, I would have come sooner. They are dancing together. When a Star Stable releasing the plushes, the baby tees, the key rings, the stickers of the little babies. Have these creatures even been identified yet? I just realized, can't I just ask these babies about the blight? That was the main point of me doing this, right? Oh no, it's the witch. I was about to steal her pets. I think that might be the biggest takeaway from this game. If you save or simply find someone's animals, you are safe from murder. My mule has a little blue thingy on it. I like when Star Stable adds this kind of stuff to certain areas. Like, does anyone remember when in the Valley of Dinosaur, you used to not be able to run if you didn't have a certain horse breed because it would be too cold? I know it made things more annoying, but it added a layer of realism. though it's going to be so hard for me to walk around in this forest and not get lost. And now on top of that, I have to worry about not standing still for too long so I don't get sick from the blight. Oh, okay. Bye then. She invited me to her witch city, but didn't even give me directions. I just have to find it myself. I never even find maps that helpful in games because I always pay too much attention to that and not the fact that a huge ditch is in front of me that I just fell down. I hate to bring this up because I hate J.K. Rowling so much, but this is reminding me of that one Harry Potter game where it was kind of just the main characters running through the woods shouting about beans. That's the only Harry Potter game I've ever played, and it's apparently the worst. Girl, I asked one question and it's the only thing I want to know. Someone sounding a bit guilty of poison crime. I love her walk, she really doesn't need to do all that. I can buy a little baby. They call them the ma? No, ma'am, that's a little baby. Are you serious? Only one type? This is a Jokestar stable and I will be sending in a formal complaint. I need at least 6. This is a feature that I would log every day on. I actually wouldn't do that, but you know what I mean. Now, that is a gorgeous, magical horse. It's so extra, and I kind of don't like it in this game, but look at that design. I did buy one similar last year that was like a green, mystical moth, but the wings on this guy are gorg. She was going to turn me into a tree earlier. I need louder Star Stable horses. Almost every time my mule makes that noise, I burst out laughing. Nothing too interesting in the shop for me. I already have a few witchy looking outfits, but these are all kind of just brown and grey. I feel so bad for the arachnophobics who play this game. I don't know why spiders are so heavily used. I wish this makeup had a bit more than just black lines. I actually don't hate the hair. I don't know about that short bob, but the short fringe and long hair is quite a cool style. If only it came in different colors. Speaking of, time to get my little baby. Look how chonky it is. Best update ever. Well, second best. I love my mules. Works so well with colors of my mule as well. Barely fits in that bag though.